Welcome everyone to the 2015 Carsey Social Innovation Internship Showcase. As Yussi said, my name is Austin Perea, and as a Carsey Social Innovation intern in 2012, I just want to take a few moments to share my experiences and how that impacted my own career in ways unimaginable. I started my career back at UNH in 2009, which seems like ages ago now, as a political science major with a concentration in international affairs. And in my view, this field did a spectacular job of exposing me to the ills of the world, be it poverty, hunger, climate change, and more, but was somewhat lacking when it came to teaching skills that could address those issues in really meaningful ways. So you can imagine my excitement when I took a class on microfinance on a whim my sophomore year. Now, microfinance, for those of you who are somewhat unfamiliar, is a relatively simple and straightforward concept, and that entails giving very small loans to impoverished, underbanked individuals, often with the intent that these borrowers would then invest that capital into productive assets, with the end goal being to end this cycle of poverty. Now, for me, this was really groundbreaking, because never before had I heard of a business model, much less the field of finance, that was explicitly addressing social needs, while at the same time earning a profit that was then used to sustain itself. Frankly, in the aftermath of the financial crisis, I had lost faith that business, and really finance in particular, could actually be used to drive something as important as social change. So the microfinance class was in many ways a spark as I came to the gradual realization that business could actually be leveraged for social good. And I desperately wanted to have more exposure to this. So while I was on an internship in Washington, D.C. pursuing the political science major, Professor Michael Slack, who also taught that microfinance class, encouraged me to apply to a fairly new internship program that placed young, ambitious, socially minded individuals in local businesses in the area whose business models address social and environmental needs. As you guessed, this was the Carsey Social Innovation Internship in its second year, and I jumped at the opportunity. And to this day, I can honestly say that this was one of the defining moments of my academic and professional career, as the experience, skill sets, and the professional development honed through this program have been instrumental to my own professional success. So my internship was actually at Pax World Management. It's a Portsmouth-based investment manager that utilizes what's come to be known as sustainable investment. Sustainable investment is an investment philosophy that incorporates environmental, social governance, or ESG considerations into account when selecting investments. This rationale marks a distinct departure from what's often referred to as socially responsible investment, or SRI, which is when investment managers screen out, say, cigarette or tobacco or alcohol stocks, but based purely on ethical or moral grounds. So as a sustainability research intern with Pax World, I was responsible for collecting data from various public databases and annual filings, and it was then used in industrial machinery benchmark to compare the performance of Pax's holdings on the issue of worker safety. So through this experience, I got a firsthand look at how Pax analyzes company sustainability performance and contribute to their own work. My Carsey Social Innovation internship was much more than just a traditional internship experience. The internship cohort, as I'm sure our interns here today can added tremendous value to the experience. It's the broad range of disciplines and academic backgrounds represented in the cohort. In my year, it ranged from business to history to environmental studies and more, allowed for a robust and engaging learning environment as we discussed the viability and the future of the social business model. Additionally, the professional development trainings and site visits were invaluable to the experience. Now, at the end of the summer, most summer internship programs end. But for the Carsey Social Innovation interns, our work was just getting started. Like the interns here today, I presented on my organization's theory of change, which for three of us involved sustainable investment. Now, as the showcase wrapped up, I was approached by a member of the audience, Steve Saccone, who's also a member of our audience today, the faculty advisor for Paul's student-run investment club, the Atkins Investment Group. Steve was inspired by our presentations on sustainable investment and had the idea of starting a sustainable investment sector in the Atkins Group, responding to external trends as well as student interest in this form of investment. Of course, I immediately accepted his offer to launch the sector, and then I led this sector for 3 semesters, through its infancy as an obscure experimental investment strategy to an established integral part of the fund today. As you'll hear today, many interns continue their work through Net Impact, a student organization advised by the Carsey School and Paul College. Through a number of different initiatives, Net Impact has become the poster child for social innovation on campus. Back at the 2012 showcase, another audience member was a gift officer from the UNH Foundation. In discussion, she encouraged Net Impact to approach then-treasurer Tina Sawtell to propose a student research project on the history and performance of sustainable investing with a particular focus in higher education endowments. Little did we know that the Student Environmental Action Coalition would then begin campaigning for full divestment from fossil fuel companies for our endowment, which made the foundation particularly receptive to this more collaborative research project. The Responsible Endowment Research Project was a research-driven project committed to analyzing the viability of investing the UNH endowment in ESG funds. The UNH Foundation facilitated interviews with the foundation board members and UNH's investment advisor, Prime Buckles. We also engaged Professor Saccone and experts from Pax World and various partners who are some of our internship partners. I also wrote a TNH article addressing the issues between sustainable investment and divestment. And when we presented our research at the undergraduate research conference, both Tina and foundation member President Debbie Dutton attended and agreed to hire a Carsey intern the following summer to do more research, this time from within the foundation. As you'll hear from Sarah Harmon today, this 2013 intern did further research and ultimately helped spur the adoption of UNH's Sustainability Sleeve, or ESG Fund. I look back with pride that I was able to leverage my experience, first as just an intern at the bottom of the totem pole, and then flipping what I'd learned to become a campus leader, driving institutional change. And this was just my story. Other members of my cohort organized Net Impact's Triple Bottom Line Career and Internship Fair in partnership with NH Business for Social Responsibility. The point being that internship prepares us to be change makers. In many ways, this internship was a launching pad for my own career, as it shifted the preconceived notions I had about what a career actually had to be. Though progress, be it personal or institutional nature, often requires many small steps, I'm confident to say that I'm working my way towards a career with impact now, which I would not have been able to do without this internship. My experience with Pax and Atkins were key factors in me being awarded a research grant to study Islamic microfinance in Egypt and Jordan back in 2013. And those experiences combined and assisted me in landing a position at the Boston Consulting Group, where I currently focus on energy and power trends as a researcher. The hope is that one day I'll be able to leverage those experiences to make an impact on how the US produces and consumes energy, hopefully in a more sustainable and renewable manner. In closing, to the interns who will present today, I say, don't let the internship end here. Leverage your experiences from this summer to make an impact on campus, and the magnitude of that impact will only grow as time progresses. And to you in the audience, I encourage you to support these students in their emerging role as UNH intrapreneurs, leveraging their experience to make the UNH student experience more powerful and relevant. Listen closely to their ideas and offer your suggestions and your partnership.